this is a current news as of today. If you want to go on major media news and educate people on their own endocannabinoid system, it's almost saying on your own heart, on your own liver, on your own endocannabinoid system, and educate them how it's possible to keep yourself healthy by keeping that system healthy. That is illegal.
That's insane.
That's at a federal level illegal. That's not single one major news channel can talk about this. And this is the news as of today, like not last week, as of today. Nothing changed in 24 hours. So with that being said, so how you can even educate people how they can stay healthy or any other way if you can share the message. You can share the evidence. You cannot. You can't share the message, and you can't share the education.
Wow. 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 And that leads me to my next thing I wanted to talk to you about is that unsafe situations. Now, you mentioned that everything you do is against the mainstream agenda that can sometimes lead you to an unsafe situations. Can you elaborate more on that? And what's most important, are you okay right now? Like reading that, about, being put in unsafe situations, we kind of read it and, it's easy to kind of go for, clickbait type of thing, which I'm not even implying that's what you were going. This is me just asking, just human to human. Are you okay? Because it's like, if, you are putting out this information and we're sharing this information, you're sharing this information with me and my audience, is we got to just make sure you're okay too, first and foremost.
Yeah, there's topics I wouldn't speak about it because I just simply can't for the security reasons. And I already know where I need to keep my boundaries. But that being said, I never mentioned I cured or treat any disease. I share knowledge. And based on my knowledge, people experience tremendous results. And so that's my data. My data is results. That's all what I have. We have results. We have even the product. If you can take 10 CBD brands, you can say, I don't know if that worked. I don't know that did all I have anxiety or actually caused me this pain. If take NASA's, you call me back crying and say, thank you so much for introducing me to this product because it's a life-changing. So the results don't lie, So but in general, this industry is not safe because end of the day, I'm just going to give you an example what that looks like. For example, if someone is out there and they're going to go to regular pharmaceutical route, the way I did many, many years, my mom's supposed to go through, you bring millions of dollars in someone else's pocket, and I'm not going to see whose pocket but if you're going to help this person to overcome right now these diseases in a natural way, the way we used to treat people for thousands of years before pharmaceuticals came in the last 100 years, which is drugs are made from petroleum and all these other chemicals. It's crazy, right? Like petroleum is okay to put in your body, but herbs are not. It's like
right.
So with that being said, if you help somebody with low cost in herbal way that can be patented or belong to anybody except people, now this source lost millions of dollars by you not being sick. So if someone like me helps people, or there's someone else out there helps other people, so that means I'm like a thief. I stole their customer. Because when I help people, they're done and they're healthy forever. When we help our people, when you go to pharmaceutical route, you need to go to the monthly basis prescription.
Way that they got you hooked. Yeah, so the way to get you hooked. That's what we're all have fallen victim to one way or another. So you're right.
I've been on medication since I was 12. The Nobody knew better. My mom didn't know better. My mom was like going in Russia, sell shoes from Lithuania to make better life because we're living under communist country. So like that time we're under Russia, then we got separated from Russia. With that being said, like I was in charge from the house, and every time I had UTI, and my mom used to put me on drugs because what the doctors told us to do.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't know this until I started figuring out stuff myself, and it got to the
Right.
point where I can't function at
Right.
all. Like
I got you.
nada.
I got you. I got you. I got you. So you had no other choice but to say, I got to save myself. I got to save myself because um, some of the stuff is poison. Some of this stuff is poison. Like you mentioned that 99.99% of the CBD found on the market contains high levels of mold, mercury, and lead. But according to your website, Nissa's hemp promotes better sleep, stabilizes moods, reduces chronic aches and pains, and improve digestion. So with all that being said, can you help us understand the difference between the current CBD on the market and how Nessa's hemp, I keep wanting to say Nessa's, Nessa's hemp is able to achieve the results listed on your website?
Yeah, one thing I would like to correct to be statistically correct also, I don't think it's 99%. I think the numbers dropped a little bit. I think we are probably 85 to 90%.
Gotcha.
The products are loaded with certain kind of type of bacteria, molder, metals, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is going to be in these products because there's labs that actually don't test, or they get buyout also. Because
Right.
I've been part of the vicious cycle myself in my own brand. The labs would tell me they can come up with different numbers on the lab results. So
Right.
consumers never know because lab would change the numbers.
Right.
So but that being said, the reason why we are different, it's everything different about us. For example, our soil is extremely biological, and it's a natural soil, just the way we had 2000 years ago. So for me, just to create that soil, it was quite a journey to have a 2-year project just to have a soil going.
Just for the soil alone, that's dedication right there. That means you're serious about it because you want to make sure we're starting at the foundation.
Exactly. Thank you. It is critical for plant, especially medicinal plant, to grow in the healthy soil because these microbes allows the plant to express themselves in the highest power. And at this point, this plant highest power is to heal your body from any kind of type of situation you have going on. So with that being said, that soil is critical. Most plants in the United States, what I was doing on my research and visiting facilities and farms, are already dead in the soil.